Finals. Watch together time. Delay during important. You can have delays for 10 minutes during an important moment of your live stream. I guess they just updated YouTube Live because they're telling me things I know. Haven't streamed in a couple days, just got back. I'll probably do some Ironman tomorrow. I was gonna do Ironman tonight, but we got some things that happen in the house, so I'm not trying to deal with that. Finals of the PPL Pokemon Draft League live. Let's watch. Get this tweet out. Hope everybody had a decent weekend. When does it start? Once I press play. Thank you, thank you. It's the I was in the finals, fam. What up, Gray? We're watching Envy's side of his game versus me. What up, Grape Juice? Yeah, I was gonna go live earlier, but then it looked like there was a leak or something. It's hella annoying. Yeah, no worries. And we're watching it live together, I guess. What up, Rocket? I was gonna do Iron Man after if I start earlier and just talk to you guys about what happened, but I'll just do it tomorrow most likely. I'm gonna hit up MV. Yo, let's just maybe tomorrow. Just watch and then. Somehow I'm 2-1 in my first draft league. Nice, Manta Ray. I've been winning the Arch Envy side. Hey, me too. Hey, Solar. Well, thank you, Gray. I felt pretty good when I was playing, I'll be honest. Hey, Dylan, my guys. How's everybody doing? Across the last rounds that hit population mile, I had 2 individual attacks. Jesus. Thank you, Benjamin. Would you be alright if I made an AI of you for an upcoming video? Go ahead. Shoot, pass it to me if it's good too. I'll throw some scripts at it. That way I don't gotta read them. What up, Owen? How you doing? How'd the casino go? I'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll talk about it tomorrow, Knox. I'll talk a lot about it tomorrow. We'll play some Iron Man tomorrow, and I'll just have like a lot dedicated. Yeah, 5-hour Iron Man stream will definitely still be happening. Not gonna be this week coming up. Get in contact. I'm clean if your wife is willing to share filthy. Hello, hello. Envy was gonna be on later for the Iron Man. Night Cells, appreciate you. Life's good, thank you. But yeah, Dylan, I'm telling you, if you make AI good, Saf, thank you so much for gifting 10. That's so kind of you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Much love, really. Thank you for gifting 10 subs. Hey. Oh yeah, I didn't have a... Thank you, fam. This going right there. Much love, fam. That was very kind. We're about to watch in a couple seconds. Oh, Joe, I just made something for first ever draft league. Hell yeah, Finn. Good luck in yours. Working on it right now. I'll let you know when it's live and timestamp when you come in. Yeah, let me know. Like I said, yo, if you can get it really advanced, tell me what I could do, bro. I'll pay you to make a real good one of me. Because sometimes I don't be wanting to start. I got a 10-page script I got to read. I'm like, yo, man, I'm tired. So let me know, Dylan. If it's real good, we in business. Not for my shutdown lives, obviously, but yeah. Bowser, I'm not sure when he's gonna put the next drop. It'll probably be a couple months. You could probably get a good one off the screens and transfer, most likely. All right. Well. If it isn't Lord Envy, such an awesome draft battle. That's the only second draft I've watched him have. Hey, if it isn't Lord Envy, so this is gonna be really interesting, right? Because obviously Envy doesn't know my sets during the game, but obviously after we talked, and he does know my sets. So there's gonna be some turns that'd be like, well, there's a few turns I'm thinking out of the top of my head that are gonna be like, no, that killed type of turns, but no, it didn't type of turns. And I ran the calc on your Screamtail because I was actually just curious as well myself. And the max you could do was 98%. And I was obviously at 100%. So, but yeah, it was just interesting. Like what 12, 16 more special attack could have done. But I'm not sure the process you use for EVs. But anyway. Don't do Final Gambit Envy again. So we're going to do it a little bit differently this time. We're going to watch the full video. Yeah, I saw the number. I used your calc from the poke pace you gave me before. If you're being gone from draft for multiple years and then coming back to tie for third and then get first in your first two. Feels good, fam. I'm very happy. Obviously, I would have been really happy if MV won too. I really would have been. Noah, thank you so much for becoming a friend. Alright, we're going to get this game going. I'm going to give you guys my thought process. Obviously, there'll be a little bit of reflection as well. Because I have not actually watched MV's side yet. I just left a like and yeah, replied to like a comment about something. That was about it. Anyway, let's get it. I'll watch the intro. I might put that 1.25 and see what the hell happens. I'm hella tired, fam. I just came back from a bachelor party weekend. Went to the casino. I'm not going to talk about that. I'll talk about that during the Ironman stream tomorrow. PPL Draft League inspired me to host my own friends. Hey, and enjoy it. Have a good time with them, too. Almost got my beginner team reverse swept by Hypnosis Psych. Psy-up goal. That's amazing. Weekend was good, but I'll talk about it tomorrow during Ironman. No, I did not go to Vegas.
What's poppin', everyone? I'm back with Draft League Finals. Made it all the way to the end, and of course, what do I see? The final boss is none other than my best friend, Joey PokeaimMD.
I love the intro to this. The final boss. Big Envy.
The last two men standing. And unfortunately, only one of us can win it all. Subscribe to him and subscribe to myself if you haven't already done so.
100%. Hold on. Before we actually go forward as well, my boy is like so close. He's so close to a nice little 75K. Go and sub to him if you haven't already. Go ahead and sub to my boy as well.
My first Draft League rodeo with Joey, of course. If you recall, the first time we played Draft League, I Dragon Tailed him out of the entire game with a Chinese AV Kyurem. Then he got his revenge with a Joey-style Trace Gardevoir. And I got my revenge after that by stomping him with Chinese AV Tinglu. And then he got his revenge by 11-0ing me with sheer Final Gambit, Quick Draw luck. And now we're in the finals. So, this game could go either way, but his team is incredibly scary. Like, you see the team on the right that just appears. Hisuian Samurott, Annihilate, Heatran, Dragonite, Galarian Slowbro, Hisuian Electrode, Crocodile, Lycanroc Dusk, Delphox Cresselia. Like, these mons are like, they're not even low tier. Like, all these mons are high tier mons. They're so good in draft. And the lowest...
Thank you, Envy. That's what I was going for. I want a bunch of demons. That's all I was going for, bro. I just want a team that when you look at it, you are scared. That's all I wanted. People didn't respect that. People didn't respect that. But that was it. You did. You did.
Tier mons that he has in Delphox and Hisuian Electrode are his Terra Captains. So they're automatically like good mons. Like really, really good mons for being Terra Captains in that way. Because of course, as you know, Hoopa and Dunsparce are some of the best mons on my team, and they're my Terra Captains. Now, I expect wholeheartedly for him to bring all of his Pokemon versus me. Literally all of them can make an appearance. And
I agree with you as well.
I can't see why one wouldn't be good over the other, and that's a little scary. But I wanted to kind of build a team that was a little different than what I've been usually bringing, just to maybe try to catch him off guard. He might not expect some of those sets because, for example, the first 3 sets that I'm bringing, I don't think I've ever brought before.
Yeah, I want a note on that. that I super expected if you brought Hoopa or Ursaluna, AV, but everybody I tested versus brought Bulk Up, SD, Nasty Plot. I think I actually fought one Scarf Hoopa as well. So, guys, don't spoil aim on the outcome. It's very funny. So it's really interesting that I was able to get, all that practice to help me out. Because I was like, yo, man, I'm fighting all these sets. But like MV has his bread and butter. So it was cool that you ended up switching it up.
I started off with a Hoopa, Choice Scarf, Terra Ghost.
I did fight those, MV, yeah.
Terra Fairy. Choice Scarf, Terra Ghost.
That's why we went double encore.
Set that I wanted to bring.
But mainly for the Dunsparce.
It's really good versus this team because of the fact that it's only Mons that can resist Shadow Ball are Hisuian Samurott and Crocodile. And neither of those have reliable recovery. Neither of those can sponge hits really well on the special side unless they're Spidef.
I mean, getting MV in the call is kind of like the interview that I had at the end of the video. I'm literally reacting to what he said here. It doesn't make sense to get him in the call when I'm listening to him talk and responding to what he's saying here. When I have a 45-minute interview on my channel with him where we talked about the game. Now, I will say that there was supposed to be a part 2 after, where after this, where I was playing Ironmon, I was going to talk, MV was going to be in the call, and then I was going to talk about the casino stuff I did. But I'll just do that tomorrow instead, just because it's getting late. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense because we literally talked about every turn as well.
Oriented or AV?
Well, you guys can have double MV if you want to put on the interview as well at the same time.
And we can get a lot of chip with our team down to make Hoopa put in the work because Modest Shadow Ball with Terra Ghost,
very strong.
It's really strong. It's really, really powerful. Another thing to note is
a very
that
good call.
His fastest mon in his team is Hisuian Electrode. Second fastest mon is Lycanroc Dusk. Hisuian Electrode can't really break Hoopa that well.
The interview was longer than the battle.
So just being
the battle's pretty
faster
long.
than Lycanroc Dusk with a Choice Scarf is great. And this also allows us to run Modest. With 234 speed, we just barely outrun
this makes sense.
Dusk
Only Electrodes
and Shadow Ball it. And I do like this set quite a bit because, yeah, it also comes with Hyperspace Hole in case of potential Submons, and Energy Ball for those Pokemon that resist Shadow Ball, like Hisuian Samurott and Crocodile, so we can catch them on the switch or weaken them severely and knock them out. Then we have Trick.
There was a comment about Energy Ball being Focus Blast. I get not wanting to bring Focus Blast because it can miss, and obviously I have Ape as well to be immune to it. But, I mean, I don't know. Risk and reward, right? Focus Blast hits, great. Misses is what it is.
For utility, I think it's a great option versus things like Crest,
Put it forward.
or maybe Galarian Slowbro or Heatran or
Thank
stuff like
you, fam.
that.
I'm glad
Even
you like
Dragonite
them.
for setup, and Dragonite's a huge, huge threat. It's unfortunate that I have to face another Dragonite in playoffs, but you remember last time, it's crazy. Regardless, I think Terra Ghost Hoopa is a really, really cool mon versus his team.
I really liked it.
Then we have Screamtail. First time I'm bringing a setup variant of Screamtail. Subcom mine, I think, is
This set, or just Screamtail in general, is the reason why Cresselia never came out again after turn 2. Because I couldn't let some crap happen. I lost to a Combine Resto Chesto in prep as well. So I was terrified of this thing.
really good versus him. And being able to utilize it, I think.
And obviously
will,
I was forced to sack Heatran versus
the fact that we can
Hoopa.
set up pretty easily versus Heatran and Hisuian Electro and other stuff like that. Crest especially as well. We can subcom mine, and it can't break our sub or anything like that. So that's going to be nice. Initially, I was running a bulk up set on Screamtail, but I'd get flame bodied, or I was running Chesto Rest then, and then I get Galarian Slowbro. And yeah, I think Combine is better just to withstand hits and store
Makes
power.
sense. You definitely would have been burnt if you even went for Stomping Tantrum on
Heatran. A lot of
Heatran.
damage, and it can break through other bulky users. Enough speed to outrun, of course, the Lycanroc Dusk. Because Hisuian Electrode, we have nothing to outrun it, other than running a Choice Scarf Fastmon, but I don't think it's worth doing that. In case he brings Terra Delphox, which
it's also just nice closure, Caleb.
Then we have Ursaluna. We're running a Bulk Up Rest Talk Mono Shadow Claw. This set itself can do really well versus him because he has no ghost resistances. Or sorry, immunities, I should say. No ghost immunities, so we can bulk up all the way and Shadow Claw stuff down. And it has a crit ratio as well, high crit ratio. So it can go through screens or potentially other bulk ups like Annihilate, for example. If it's bulk up Annihilate, we can bulk up ourselves, maybe Shadow Claw crit, and do a lot of work there.
That's a wild set. I think this is the second time Envy brought mono bulk up Rest Talk versus me. The other one was Grimmsnarl versus Gardevoir that he talked about in the beginning of the video. This is scary because like this set definitely has a lot of potential versus my team. I will say that I have completely shied away from using Rest Talk mono attacking ever since I drafted Gyarados, and it never pulled Waterfall when you need it. Because you got to remember, like in this, the Shadow Claw being pulled is a 1 in 3. Whereas Rest and Bulk Up are 2 out of 3 rolls. So I personally get like terrified of using this. And I tried using Rest Talk so many times. But I mean, Envy's done it with Grimmsnarl before as well. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you, Rocky.
very, very SpDef oriented, so you can sponge Terra Blast Ice from Hisuian Electrode. Like the Terra Delphox and Terra Hisuian Electrode are both special attackers, primarily, so running this thing as a SpDef set with Bulk Up is the way to do it, I think. And we get the Guts boost from Rest Sleep Talk, so Shadow Claw becomes stronger while we're asleep.
It's not unviable for sure. It's definitely viable.
Is very essential as a mod that can knock off items.
Scared.
And knocking off items
because it's the second time Envy's brought it.
For example, Sub CM Scream Tail. If we can knock off like a Heat Trench Leftovers, for example, then we'll get a lot of damage on Heat Trench. Any damage stays.
I misplayed, to be fair, though, Maverick.
Like
that wasn't the...
Brick Break for potential screens. Sucker Punch for quick draw. Slow Bro, you already know I had to bring Sucker Punch this time. And so, like, the quick draw stuff, like, if something like that, because only something like that can happen to me once. I'm not going to be caught off guard by Final Gambit and into...
That's not accurate, Evan. It's 9-5. I believe, because they got a kill in this, but yeah.
Quick draw again. That's why I adjusted my team accordingly. So you can't Final Gambit the Ghost type, and I have priority, and I have SpDef one.
He did. Yeah, he did actually do it.
But I do think Meowscarada is great for the speed. Once again, faster than Lycanroc Dusk, and priority Sucker Punch is great. I do think his Electrode will be Terra Ice for the Zapdos. I think it's gonna be what it's gonna be, but I have enough SpDef
Terra Ice isn't a bad call either.
See what he's gonna try to go for, and yeah, I think Zapdos is great. So like the last two members of the team,
I felt like I needed
essentially
Fairy.
The purpose is to spread as much paralysis as possible. If we can do that, we can get either Screamtail and Ursaluna set up to knock out as many Pokemon as possible, potentially sweep. If we can't, then we have Hoopa, which comes in and spams Terra Ghost Shadow Balls. And it...
Yeah, so I hit up Envy, and I was like, because I wanted him to... Honestly, I said that to Envy, that way he didn't bring T-Spikes versus me. But I said, wow, Final Gambit Quick Draw Spam looks great. I just wanted to remind him what happened, because I didn't want him bringing Toxic Spikes. Also, I didn't feel like prepping versus Toxic Spikes. I did a mock or two versus Toxic Spikes, and I won very quickly with Heatran plus Friends. So, but yeah, I was like, that was the mental game, so he doesn't bring Toxic Spikes. But I did play versus Toxic Spikes, even though I don't have any heavy-duty boots on my team or anything, and that was fine. Because you typically get, if you get 2 layers, you either waste it on Meowscarada or you bring Fortress, which in my opinion is a waste of a slot. But there's definitely some mental game there. Yeah, Hoopa came to block triple Final Gambit.
It's very fast as well. So, yeah, Zapdos great
anyway, yeah.
Versus
I also, this Zapdos set was always coming, right? He was always going to bring this. Envy should 100% try and status my team between Static and Thunderwave, which is why I also did the same. You think most leagues should use the Terra Captain point system like PPL? I think most leagues should use lower tier point system for Terra Captains. There's some that are just incredible.
The Hisuian Samurott, ground
gotta do what I gotta do, Kyle. I wasn't feeling good about the matchup at that point where I hit him up.
I guess also the Annihilate, right? Because if we don't attack Annihilate,
literally didn't feel good until the last
Drain
day.
Punch is nothing. I guess Ice Punch is there, but depending on what he runs, having manual T-Wave is great
terrified
because of potential protective pads or Punch Glove. So we have that. Finally, the Dunsparce.
Yeah,
this one is designed specifically to.
I mean, anybody who watched Envy season knew that Envy was bringing Terra's fam.
Or even Low Kick, for example.
His entire season had the same
mon
thing.
Is extremely scary.
And it's just good. It's freaking good.
Lost to it twice in Draft League, and it's incredibly dangerous. Even without Terra, it's incredibly annoying to have to deal with. Numerous sets. So yeah, this set here in particular, I can Glare it, I can Ice Beam it. I have Serene Grace as well for potential hacks of my own. But
see, that's why that one comment was wild. Like, Joey only uses luck to win, like Flame Body. And I'm like, you know, your boy has Static and Glare to match my Flame Body plus Thunder Wave, right? It was just some people. But, yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I would do if I was Envy. I don't know if I'd bring this one in particular. I was more scared of Coil Glare, but it have to be mono-attacking, right? I mean, when I bring Coil Bulk up the Dunsparce with Mental Herb, let me tell you straight up, if he had no heavy-duty boost, that the Dunsparce was dead immediately. Who cares if it has Mental Herb when I have double Encore? Next thing you know, he goes to the casino right after our draft game and wins big. More info tomorrow.
Mainly we'll just be glaring things. And
do you think I could have won against Mephisto's team without playing him seriously? I think his team would have been scarier. Yeah, I literally thought I was terrified of Coil Dragon Tail, Earthquake, Roost, which is why I had double Encore plus Fizdef Crest with Rocky Helmet plus Thunderwave. Oh, thank you, Butler. Don't even worry about it. Everybody here knows the results.
And trying to slow things down for the team. The Fizdef on this set is great. And
thank
so
you,
one concern that I have with
Mephisto definitely would have been scary.
So I'm not bringing Quackable, and the reason is because I swapped it out last second for Ursaluna. I couldn't even bring Rapid Spin on Quackable either. I was running a different set. Which I'll probably mention later, but
yeah, no, it was good either way. I agree.
I don't know. Quackable would have been nice, but he has so many things for it to bring. Like, that's what I'm conflicted about. Is like with this team, I feel like this team is solid, but I really wanted to put Quackable on this team going into this matchup. But I've already locked in my team, and yeah, I've already locked in my team. And
dude, that's the worst too, right? I literally didn't lock in my team till 25 minutes or 30 minutes before the game, MV, just in case. But I wasn't gonna change my mind. Because I'm like, no, screw it. But I didn't want to do it just in case I decided to. Actually, no, I didn't even lock into my team until we started playing. I literally didn't lock it until we played, MV. Wait, I just thought about it. I didn't lock it. I literally locked it when I clicked start recording. That's so freaking funny. Yeah, next draft is Teal Mask. Like, dude, I hate locking early. Yeah, I locked it when we started playing.
But Quackable, I think it would have been a bit of a struggle versus things like Galarian Slowbro, Hisuian Electrode, Terra Delphox, Cresselia, and faster Mons, potentially. Annihilate also can Sponge Hits and Rage Fist. Just annoying in general. But
no, I locked in the team builder in my mind, Maverick, because I had the team ready, but I didn't lock it into the online competition until the actual game.
Spikes and rocks and stuff like that is going to be tough for this matchup, and Rapid Spinning is impossible.
The Mons were in my game.
He has Annihilate.
I just didn't lock it for the actual competition.
Tested in mocks and stuff like that, but that's going to be the team. I do think that as long as we can paralyze things, Screamtail actually can straight up 6-0. Ursaluna, if we get fortunate with bulk ups and Restox and stuff, can 6-0 as well. So let's see how lucky we can get.
How can people hear this and then get mad at me for what I brought? I just don't get it. Okay, whatever. He says, I think if we could paralyze something, yeah, I'm sure you're paralyzing my Pokemon so they get slowed down. My average base 40 speed Pokemon versus you. They're passed to me, Alex. So they're Gen and passed to me. I don't give them myself. That'd be wild. That'd be wild, Rosaline.
Joey already told me that he's worried about my matchup. And I'm
yeah. I legitimately was scared about his matchup too. He has a lot of annoying Pokemon.
I'm worried about his matchup even more, so it could go either way. We'll see what happens. But whenever the game starts, we'll cue into it. And yeah, thank you all for a very enjoyable season. This has been great.
Please sub to Envy.
A lot. Whatever happens, happens. First place, second place. We're in the finals, and that's what matters. I'll see you all for the battle starting soon. And so we have made it to the final game of the season, Draft League Finals. Just me and Joey left now, but I'm sure you were expecting as much. Now, if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It would mean a lot. Regardless if we win or lose, we are in the top 2, and the next draft league is already in the works, so lots to look forward to.
Yes, it is.
Now, of course, is the moment of truth. Absolute nightmare of a team to prep against, but let's see what he decides to bring, as we have just found him. And
yeah, the Dun is literally like Envy's Goatmon. His Terra Captains were great. His Terra Captains were just as good as mine. Like, literally both of them. I wish Envy, I wish you had like traded away Ice Cube and Grumpig for like anything, so I could see them work. Any opponent you want to play but didn't this draft league, Mount for sure was somebody I wanted to play. Who on your team would have to say would have been the MVP for the season? So in the early season, the MVP was probably, I want to say, Ape. Ape might have been the good, or even Samurai. Though Samurai got a little bit unlucky, but like one of those two, maybe even Dragonite early on. But towards the end of the season, like the last 5 games, it was defensive Heatran. I literally stopped because I used offensive Heatran early on in the game. I used Air Balloon, didn't do anything. I used Choice Scarf, it was whatever. But once I started switching to defensive Heatran, it started being the GOAT. So literally the last few weeks, Heatran has been my MVP, 100%. Like the full pair just wasn't. Yeah, I mean, not getting Shadow Claw called on Sleep Talk is 2 out of 3 in my favor. But yeah. The full power on the Dunsparce was whack because obviously Crest would have been paralyzed. I didn't bring out Crest at all in that game, but had I been put in a position to use Lunar Dance, obviously that was big. The Dun was one of your MVPs, I think. I think the Dun was your MVP, MV. Like next to Quackable, maybe? He never brought Grumpig. Grumpig and, yeah. Facts.
And it's time.
Glowbro was pretty good for obviously like 2 games. But I don't know. Like even Dragonite, right? Like Dragonite early season was tearing it up for me. Maybe Dragonite was my early game MVP first few weeks. And then I just stopped bringing it.
I don't know. Let's see what he brings. He's got the Hisuian Electrode, the Heatran, Hisuian Samurai, Lycanroc Dusk.
The Dun was definitely MVP. But I think Quavo and that were crazy.
He didn't bring the Dragonite. I definitely thought he'd bring Dragonite over Lycanroc, but now that I see Lycanroc and I'm looking at my team, it's like, ooh, that mon actually kind of goes crazy. I switched Quackable out last minute for Ursaluna just because it was a more sturdy mon, especially versus Dragonite matchups.
B-Drum Flowbro was definitely one of the mons I wanted.
It was great during mocks, but I kind of wish I had Quackable now.
They wouldn't work.
Not the crest. I don't know. This is tough. This is tough. Terra Captain, Hisuian Electrode, so it could be... I think it's going to be Ice. Fairy is another option. I don't think it's going to be Terra Electric, but the Dunsparce should be a good lead here. Yeah, I think Terra Ice...
Bleed, I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't think I'm ever going to draft Walking Wake. I'm telling you. That mon has been disappointment after disappointment in draft. Every time unless you could Terra it, it's not great in my opinion. And it's... I don't know. What was the crazy Dragonite set that you wanted to bring? Oh, it wasn't even crazy. It was just choice specs. What do you think about the trades being allowed after season starts? I think that's fine. It's usually up until week 4. I think that's completely fine.
Makes a lot more sense versus my team because of Zapdos.
I would, TK. I'm drafting new mons for sure.
I think we can lock in this. I've usually been leading to Dunsparce and just trying to glare everything. So I think the game plan for this game...
I'm not even sure what mon I want next round.
Find a setup opportunity for Screamtail, Sub-CM. If he trans only like Mono Lava Plume,
Sean, like maybe 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks after DLC drops, new draft.
Do setup versus it. If it's paired, we can set up versus
Electrode literally took Dragonite spot.
Electrode. And also Terra Ghost Hoopa looks amazing as well.
I hella take time to move my mons. Real quick, we'll go back. Yeah, so like obviously my lead Samurai, I put Samurai 3rd because that way, I put Electro first because the thought process is Electro fast and everything, right? So you want to lead off with something that can beat Electrode. So the Dunsparce makes the most sense. But if I lead off with Samurai and my dude leads off with Meowscarada because he sees Samurai and he's like, I'm going to U-turn. If I'm choice band into Rocky Helmet Zapdos, I get no Ceaseless Edge. So I let Electrode, that way I can lead Samurai. And then Envy just let off with his Glare, which was good either way.
I'm just trying to glare everything. So I think the game plan for this game
was good.
Try to glare as much as possible.
Hello, I'm back.
Opportunity for Screamtail, Sub-CM.
Thank you, Echo.
If he trans only like Mono Lava Plume, then we should be pretty good. Do setup versus it. If it's paired, we can set up versus Crest. We can set up versus Hisuian Electro.
There was one turn I feel really bad about. So I'm really hoping that you didn't click what I think you clicked, and that you clicked.
Pokegame decides to challenge me.
That you clicked Glare instead.
Because he's Mono Luck. He's already, I think, expecting Glare paralysis. He already told me, I think. So this Hisuian Samurai could have taunt, but I'm just going to glare immediately. I want to figure out what set this this mon is. It's probably going to just Ceaseless Edge spikes and Hazard Stack.
So I don't Ceaseless Edge turn 1 because if he has rattled and I don't have the information, I'm also gauging information, right? So if I Ceaseless Edge turn 1 and it gets rattled and it starts being some crazy combine set, I go for Aqua Cutter and then Encore if it starts setting up basically because I want to be in a better position because I can always get up spikes. Much love, Gyro.
During prep was definitely difficult because my way of removing hazards is Rapid Spin, and he has the best spin blocker and anti.
Was there any mon you wish you could have used more?
So he just Aqua Cutters here. Okay,
Dragonite.
Nice. You get a paralysis immediately. Beautiful. So yeah, in this game, I think we just got to get a little fortunate, right? We've been getting pretty fortunate throughout playoffs. Okay, so there are a few plays I can make here. The first one I'm thinking of is maybe he switches out.
You know what it freaking is, Envy? I'm thinking about it because I'm listening to you. It's because you word it as fortunate instead of luck or hacks. I'm just thinking about it. I can't get this out of my mind. It's because you say it. We just got to get fortunate. We got to be fortunate. He's saying he needs to hacks my ass. That's exactly what Envy's saying. So you wording it as fortunate is like twisting it in a way that people say, oh yeah, well Joey got so lucky clicking Thunder Wave. Like, bro, my dude's going for it too. It's the same crap. It's just really funny. It's just really funny. I can't, like, I'm listening to you. I'm like, is this guy serious? We got to get fortunate. Glare frame 1. Perfect. Look how fast he clicked Glare. Look how fast this man clicked Glare. Hold up.
He's already, I think, expecting Glare paralysis.
He sees my Pokemon, says Glare. All right? Pokemon just came out. So, Insta.
This Hisuian Samurai could have taunt, but I'm just going to glare immediately. I want to figure out
once he realizes it, like,
It's probably going to just...
No hesitation. Just da-da-da.
Hazard Stack versus me, which best spin block immediately. Beautiful.
So I was like, all right, you want to play like that? I'll do that crap right back.
We've been getting pretty fortunate throughout playoffs.
We just got to get a little fortunate.
Okay, so there are a few plays I can make here.
You know what? I'm showing this damn comment that says Joey just goes for luck. Do you not hear Envy? People just be listening and hearing whatever they want. They're wild, bro. I definitely do put myself in a position to get luck. I 100% own that. But that's Pokemon, right? There's a reason why you send in Zapdos on U-turns. You're trying to paralyze them. Not because you want to slow them down. Sometimes you do. But other times you want them not to move. Even though it's only a 1 in 4 chance now. So like paralyze or whatever.
First, what I'm thinking of is maybe he switches out if he is locked in or something.
Double glare is
maybe
nice.
Maybe he goes for a switch into something else where I can glare. Another option is potentially I can roost.
This is really funny.
Because
I can't wait for us to do Cooking with Envy, dude. 1,500 subs, guys, and we're doing Cooking with Envy.
I'm not guaranteed to be faster.
Slowbro game definitely different.
Imagine if he goes Heatran and I click Earth Power. I do think Roost might be the play because I want to keep Dodon healthy as possible because I can survive hits. I can survive.
Cooking stream's definitely gonna be fun, dude. I'm looking forward.
From Lycanroc, if I'm at full health. Is that Lycanroc? No, that's Cress. Okay. So Cresselia's in.
Look how fast Glare's gonna come out. Look how fast Glare's gonna come out, bro.
Paralysis.
All right, he's looking at his team.
It's like, just go hard Scream Tail, start setting up.
That's a wild play, bro.
Would that be the play, or should I just glare this thing first, just to give myself some good chances? I could also go Hoopa.
Thank you, Jetpack Mac. That's very kind of you, fam. When's 5-hour Ironmon? I'll let you know. A little busy this week. I'll let you know if I have some time this week.
He might have T-Wave himself, right? So
Much love, Jetpack Mac. I have no idea what we're cooking.
Just to paralyze this thing. Yeah, he does. He does that T-Wave. So
yeah. Hello, brother. Hello.
Whoever gets more fortunate than the other.
We cooking.
And classic Joey, of course. Classic.
Classic Joey, where you just click glare twice in a row. Shut the hell up. But my reasoning is that I still don't like know its coverage. Like he could glare Roost. I want Thunder Wave because if he's glare Roost mono attack and it's like Terra Blast Water, it's actually pretty threatening versus my team. So Thunder Waving it so I can beat it down with Psychic, giving me better odds is why I made my play.
No, but like,
thank you, Jetpack Mac. I appreciate you, buddy.
I'm trying to do the same thing.
Much love. Thank you for the love.
Same thing, and his is working, so I mean, I can't complain.
Yeah, you can't complain. Don't worry, Emmy. The comment section got your back.
I don't know. That felt silly. Like I wanted to at least get the paralyze on the crest too, but he's got the same goal in mind. Yeah, cresting pair would have been nice, but yeah, he goes back into Samurott. So I assume that
this is nice too because I have my Focus Sash.
Ceaseless Edge will probably
what up,
be
Muhammad?
Move choice, and that's gonna be really tough to play around. I do have half my team holding boots. I think Zapdos
I don't know, Raz. I don't be doing arm wrestling.
So I'm going to go right now. If he gets damage off, I can just Roost, and whatever comes in, I can T-Wave right after.
Look at that! Look at that!
Yeah, there's a Ceaseless Edge.
There's no hesitation. I'm just going to T-Wave everything. What if you know what the craziest thing is? What if I was, like, an offensive Heatran, and I just killed Zapdos? What was Sash again for? Just so I can guarantee live and get up a spike. Like, I love Eevee.
Do more than half because of my Eevee spread, of course. Now, I do think I could discharge here, but I think Roosting is the better play. Just because of the fact that
look at that. He hovered over Thunder Wave too. I hate this guy. You get full parrot if you were offensive. All right, because Specs was actually something I was thinking about versus you too with Spikes.
Heatran is his best option to bring in if it's Spadef. So I definitely think that this is a move we can make because I expect him maybe to go Heatran and probably click Rocks, right? I think that's what he's probably going to try to get Rocks up next. Heatran is a good switch into Zapdos due to its Spadef. So if I can Roost and T-Wave Heatran, I'll have a much easier time against it when I'm trying to set up my Scream Tail.
If it was AV Zapdos, that's great. That means I win. I'm going to be completely honest. If MV brought AV Zapdos, I won. 100%. If he brought AV Zapdos, a.k.a. I can never switch into Annihilate, I insta-won. Later, bud. Well, mine was more about positioning. So it's like trying to help me out, but yeah. I didn't want to lose to the Dunsparce, so I Thunder Wave it so that way I could Psychic, get Spadef drops, and beat it down.
The more yellow color we can spread, the
Look at this guy! Look at this guy! Full HP Heatran, by the way. You literally do not... If I went for Magma Storm and I taunt Zapdos is dead. I hate Envy for this. Knock was definitely there. Literally full HP Heatran. Like, okay, they're wild. But obviously he has no spinner, so Rocks is my better play. So it works out.
What I can do is actually... I can switch into Ursaluna and start bulking up, I think.
Yeah, my freaking Heatran way too fast.
I can switch into Ursaluna, start bulking up here.
Also, by the way, I'm more so just like commenting because it's funny, but paralyzing Heatran's 100% the play. Not for Zapdos to beat it, but he does have obviously the sub Calm Mind Scream Tail, so you do want to paralyze Heatran. You want to give yourself more odds to win with it. So yeah. Why did I bring Flame Body Heatran against an innocent team? You're right.
try to be threatening. I feel like his response would be going into Cresselia.
Yo, if this thing had boots, I would have been so sad.
Let's see what he goes for, though. He goes for the Magma Storm. Okay.
Say I landed.
Kind of crazy bringing Magma Storm, trying to hit Magma Storm through paralysis.
Yeah, I knew it. I literally knew it. I said it. Yeah, I heard it. Say I landed. Say it. Say it right there. I know this guy. Maybe Tom.
It's good for him.
It didn't sound
Magma
good.
Storm is one of those infamous missing moves.
Yeah, I think this is the
so the leftovers.
The first time I brought in the season
that I have on this thing. I was tempted to run a different item, but I do think my play is to bulk up. I do think he's going to switch out, probably
into Crest.
fearing the Earthquake. Maybe
into
he'll go into Crest.
Makes sense.
But he does see leftovers, so...
I played leftovers Ursaluna a lot. Like, had I not done Mox MV, I 100% went Crest here, right? But because I saw lefties, what's it called? I go Ape because I want to Encore because I'm scared of you setting up. But literally the Mox was what helped me.
If Annihilate is Fizz Def, he could probably take the hit and try to Drain Punch. Or he might expect that, right? Goes into Annihilate here. This
Shadow Claw hits my entire team. It hits my entire team.
Annihilate, but if it is Encore Annihilate...
You get another turn of leftovers.
I would rather stay in to get the additional leftovers because there's rocks and spikes on my side. So I might just bulk up again. Oh, I'll lock in a Shadow Claw in case he is...
I don't know, Maverick.
I think in case he's Encore...
Let me tell you something, Maverick. You said mocks are fake. No mocks always the truth to victory. The two guys who did the most mocks this season, and I'm calling it, we did the most mocks this season. Because I know damn well I was doing 30 plus a week, and Envy was fighting me too, and Amel got to finals. I'm just saying. The two guys who most likely did the most mocks this season got to finals.
It would just make me bulk up again. But if he's not Encore and he's like U-turn, if he tries to like U-turn or try to predict my switch to Zapdos or even goes for the fighting attack, I live a close combat at +1. And a Drain Punch as well, which he might be.
Mocks are just
yeah, because like
they're
this is tough. If he has
they're
Encore
like
on this set,
practice battles.
It's gonna be tough to play around. If he brings the wrong set, then
sure.
Yeah, I mean I'd rather just stay
That's
in
fair,
to get leftovers chip. Chip recovery, I should say. Yeah, it's gonna be Encore. I mean I figured as much, but
no worries,
it's kind of hard to play around this mon. So
I think you're both. Yeah, I think staying in was fine, Envy, because you either get chip on me or you get leftovers, like you said.
Continuously lock me into this move, so now I'm forced to switch out. But I do get the additional recovery from leftovers. I can always switch back in on Heatran and rest. Try to get this thing going later.
Yeah, it was Echo. It most likely was. Thank you, Bram. Appreciate you, bud.
So yeah, we just
how do I do 30 mocks in a week? Well, most of them are just on my phone while I'm doing stuff. And Amel makes a bunch of different teams. Sometimes I fight the same team 4 times just to kind of figure out what type of game plan I want to have. But yeah, it's usually just a couple a day, just so I can stay in. And once I feel good, I usually feel good about a team by the 4th day. And then I just play a couple of mocks, like 2, 3 the next day, just to stay, in shape with it, in a sense. Like, I mean, a lot of the reason why most of these games were just me positioning well with the team I brought was because I mocked in order to get the team to that level that I felt good with, that I know exactly what I got to do. Appreciate you. Have a good night. And again, all of my mocks, actually 90% of my mocks are played on phone. Just doing whatever.
Here, he also might double.
So I just be clicking.
I could see a double into Hisuian Electrode. Is it gonna be Hisuian Electrode?
Much love, Golden Phoenix. Appreciate you, brother.
This mon is Hisuian Electrode. Okay. So it could be Terra Ice with
Big Nugget.
If it's Terra Ice choice specs, that could be really bad. Because why wouldn't he bring
what
Terra
I want to
Ice?
use? It's always what I want to use, scientist.
Let's go to done.
Always shiny.
It's gonna Volt Switch, and that does not. I don't think that's choice specs damage.
All right, Envy, right here.
A decent amount though. So
right here, Envy.
Offensive.
So I mean, I explained my play live, but I'll explain it to you.
Certainly offensive.
Because you obviously are here. So listen. This CC, you die. Like you super die, bro. So you super die. What does strike twice mean? Strike twice, so I zap dose. It zaps dose. Dos? Like twice? Like CC destroys you. CC super kills you, brother. So I double back to Electrode because this is my thought process. You Terra Water, and and you go for Glare, and I obviously threaten you with an electric move, or, well, it's a non-risk play because you could go for Glare, but I didn't realize you had Earth Power and stuff like that after. So right here, I haven't seen your game, I haven't seen your side, so I have no idea what you went for here. So that's the play I was talking about earlier. Like, if you went for Earth Power here, I feel incredibly bad because obviously the Meowscarada turns matter so much more that now that you didn't get the damage, right? And that static actually would make a huge difference. So I apologize wholeheartedly if you went for Earth Power versus Lycanroc because it's a big threat to your team. So I truly am sorry.
And versus this, we could just Glare, I think, right?
You motherfucker.
I think we could just Glare on Lycanroc. I mean,
there's just no way. There's just no way. You know how much of a threat this Pokemon is. So my play was the right play, and I don't feel bad about this play at all. But you know how much of a threat this Mom versus you. Jesus Christ! I literally haven't seen this game yet. Like, I haven't seen your side. I was waiting for today. This guy. All right. So my play was the correct play in scouting, but like again, what I was fearing was he'd Earth Power me, and do like. There was actually no hesitation at all. There was literally no hesitation. You didn't even think about... I got to hear back your thought process. You didn't even think about dying.
And it is...
I got to hear this.
And versus this, we could just Glare, I think, right?
You didn't even say anything. You didn't even think about close combat killing you. I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Lycanroc. I mean, it could close combat here.
Okay,
but I want to figure out what item it is. Oh, he doubled down.
Okay, that's
nice.
fair.
So we get a paralysis on something, unless it's...
I hate you so much.
Electrode again.
Luca, it's probably just going to be...
also Ice Beamed, I guess, too. Fully parried. Okay, well, it doesn't matter for this one.
Yeah, so see, that fully parried didn't matter. Okay. I feel that's bad, because I really was, like, even after the battle, after we talked, I didn't even talk about it with you, but I legitimately felt bad after. I was like, damn, man, that... Because I rewatched the battle, obviously, we did it on Thursday, and I had to edit it. So I felt really bad, but now I feel no badness about that at all. But yeah, Luca, I'm probably just going to play him next draft, I'll be honest.
I can Roost now, though. Or I could Ice Beam. I could Ice Beam if he wants to stay in.
You have such a...
out.
I know, TK. I broke out of 3 out of 4. I got the 75% chance.
Might have been nice, but I have tested versus variants of Hisuian Electro that ran Taunt. So I think my play is to go hard Meowscarada. Let's make an aggressive hard Meowscarada play.
Will you stream commentary draft ever? Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Me and Envy, that'd be fun there.
Some work here. Maybe knock off some items here.
Get my spike.
Goes for the Encore.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so it's an Encore set.
Okay, so I saw my thought process in the video, but basically knockoff is like almost 10,000% coming. And I want to get chip on Meowscarada. I went for Aerial Ace, and I think in the video I talked about low kick, but I didn't even calc low kick, which was really dumb. And I felt really dumb later going for Aerial Ace, but now thinking about it, I don't know if it's Protean or Overgrow. So if it's Overgrow, Aerial Ace Aerial Ace was the best play all around. And I was kicking myself after. I was like, I should have ceased his edge. But no, Aerial Ace was the best play all around, for sure. Like, not on the Encore turn. I'm talking about this following turn because I'm already committed to staying in. Aerial Ace was the best turn because I have no idea if he's Protean versus Overgrow. Overgrow is just as good versus my team. You only need Flower Trick knockoff U-turn versus my team. And I had a feeling he should have Sucker Punch because of Glowbro last time. So I don't regret going for Aerial Ace. I thought it was a bad play after the game, but I think it was the best play.
He's running double Encore, so he's actually really prepared for my setup.
Obviously, I thought a lot about this play
He's
too.
Super prepared. But at least we'll be able to...
yeah, MD will definitely draft a Zygarde if he could. Why isn't Aqua the better play? Well, because Aerial Ace is the most consistent damage no matter what. Whether it goes for knockoff, it becomes a dark type, or it stays grass dark because it's Overgrow. So Aerial Ace is the best. Let's just join one of these. Any idea where I should start with that? Join the PPL Discord. And then, they have a lot of people saying, yo, come join my league. Later, Noble. No, Sucker definitely makes sense. Congrats on the win as a subscriber for the past 4 years. It's been awesome. Finally, see you get a win. So happy for you. Thank you, fam. I think it's my, third draft win, but it's, I've appeared in finals more than 3 times, probably 5 or 6. So I'm very happy to actually win. Same, Envy. Same. Thank you, Plain Insane. Are Hackmons legal? Yeah, as long as they're like not illegal movesets and stuff. DLC is in 9 days. It's been a while, creative. Yep. Oh my God, Serp is definitely on my draft list. Wait, no, never mind. We're not gonna let it. We're not gonna let it tear.
He does stay in. Ooh, he stayed in.
If I had Secret Serp,
Flower Tick to knock this out immediately. That's crazy.
That
is insane.
Nice crit.
Goes to the aerial.
Yeah, creative. Okay. I did. I won my first draft league and my follow up a little cup season 2.
Maybe I guess he was. Maybe he did the calc and he might have lived Flower Trick. So this way, at least, I had my type changed from Protean.
Oh shoot, Envy! Did you write a story? Oh my God, you did. We made it to the last game for the season of the Pokemon Draft League content. Today we have final battle of the PPL, the playoffs of the PPL, a Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi draft that incorporates the additions of Pokemon Home. We're taking on my best friend Joey, who also goes by the name PokeaimMD, my greatest rival. The past, present, and future of Joey and I are intertwined like the legend of Link and Ganondorf. For many centuries across I was waiting for it to become Envy. Various lifetimes we've been in endless battles against each other. Sometimes I, the hero of the story, vanquishes the evil, strong-jawed Crimson Chin Man. Why am I not the hero? Other times he, the villain of this tale. You know what? This is why people in your comment section don't like me, Envy. This narrative that you sent for me. And ensure that there is no happy ending for the people's champion. We may either win or lose this battle, but as long as the hearts of the people are with me, we will ultimately win this war. Hope you all enjoy. This is your fault, Envy. You did this. Oh, yeah, of your channel, you're for sure the hero. For sure. You're for sure the hero. You're right.
Live Flower Trick from that range?
I guess dual screen Serp could be cool with Glare. But I wouldn't want to use Terra.
Because... Or was he just trying to sack? I have no idea. Maybe he did live Flower Trick and that's why he stayed in.
I'll give another one.
So he switches into Heatran. I think... Let's see what item this is first.
So I don't want him knocking me,
okay, so
obviously.
I think we'll have an easier time setting up Screamtail if we can knock off these leftovers, because then it's going to be taking chip with that recovery. Let's just knock off here. Because right now at this point in time, I'm trying to set the stage for Screamtail to come out and sub-Calm Mind. But to do that, I'd want as much weakened as possible.
Okay, Echo. That's the Discord. That's the Discord link for PPL.
I'm surprised he went back into this though.
Hold up, I'm gonna update the thing as well. Yeah, so like the second he stays in and goes for that, I just want to scout like his intentions here, which is why I went back to this game, obviously, this Pokemon. But I don't want Heatran getting knocked, because if Heatran gets knocked, like you said, I can lose to Hoopa, I can lose to Screamtail. So I mean, it ended up being a play that works. Thank you, Drips. Appreciate you. Thank you, Pity. Get your team the villain. I really wish I could hit this Heatran with knock. That's why I didn't stay in. Also, the aerialist chip actually really mattered too on this, in terms of like potential like and rock later. Don't buy for these with prize pools don't happen. I mean, I don't care for a prize pool personally. Maybe something we could do in the future. It's just content and just fun, Firefox.
But we can probably just break.
This is pretty big too, because he revealed break. So I
think it's gonna be a sack right now. Yeah, gone.
It is the friends and enemies we make along the way.
And so this mon is back. This monstrosity. This monster. Alright. Yeah, this is a tough mon to deal with, but I do think that maybe we sacked the Dunsparce here, because mainly the Dunsparce set was for, in case he brought Dragonite, because I had Fizdaf, Ice Beam, and Glare, because Dragonites were giving me trouble. So I'm going to switch out. Yeah, I don't need the Dunsparce as much now, I think.
It was a great season. Yeah, no, I mean, dual screen. I'm going to tell you straight up, Echo. My first team that I had prepped was dual screens plus setup. So Brick was a good call. Thank you, Piz.
So, yep. There's the Volt Switch. And I can even save the Dunsparce later for a sack, so I don't have to sack it just immediately now. What does he bring in? Maybe he brings in an Annihilate or something at this point.
Yeah, I literally had dual screens as an option with Crocodile. Yeah, Mephisto's in the next draft.
It's going to be Annihilate. Okay, cool. So, I could Glare here or...
Jesus Christ!
Sack and go Zapdos. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, let's switch out.
He just doesn't care.
Because there's no chance he doesn't just try to attack here.
I can glare here.
There's the Drain Punch.
He's about to say static.
And no static paralysis, but he can also be Punching Glove.
Also, good call, by the way, on the item. Very good call on the item right there. Proud of you for that. That's good intuition. But I knew he'd say static. But very good intuition. It's the same thing. Envy's just like me. I literally go electro. I'm about to get static. I'm going for static. Very good intuition. You know what would actually teach you about that, Envy? This thing that you don't like to use called the damage calculator.
Which I was kind of thinking about.
But very good intuition.
I think he's going to go Heatran, so I can probably discharge for some damage.
Or I can Thunder Wave.
I could probably discharge for damage. Because, okay, if I attack here, and he goes, if he goes Heatran, which I think he might, right? That's the, yep, Heatran. I can get a little bit of chip damage on this thing. Now, the cool thing is that Ursaluna, I'm pretty sure Ursaluna can survive a Magma Storm and get a rest.
All right, so far I've been paralyzed. I haven't been paralyzed, and I've attacked twice with Heatran. So, it's two turns, not parried.
Yeah, from this range, after taking Rock and Spike, Ursaluna can survive a Magma Storm and get a faster rest off.
You know what's funny? Everybody in Mox MV brought Thunderbolt versus me, and I just kept chuckling and saying, yo, he's not going to do that. like, this is Envy. Watch his games, please.
So I'm going to do that.
I don't know. My EV spreads are pretty big here.
Paralyzed. Ursaluna is faster. Yeah, Ursaluna lives from this range easily.
All right.
It gets fully parried, but that's
2-1.
fine.
2-1.
If he was going for Magma Storm on this turn, then it would not have mattered.
I
don't think.
2 non-paras and 1 para. So, okay. It's a 25% chance to get para.
It does seem like it's
right now it's 33.
Good attacking move that it has, right? So
that's true, Tone. But also, big shout to Tone, by the way. He made 5 different teams to fight me, and they all had some cool mons.
Goes into, I think it's the Annihilate. You know what would be a crazy play? Is if I called him not encoring here, and maybe try to predict Zapdos coming in, and if I Sleep Talk. Wouldn't that be a fire play if he doesn't encore here? And he clicks like a double or something into something else? Because I feel like he's going to try to capitalize on Zapdos coming in, right?
I'm big Punching Glove. Screw Zapdos.
You just Drain Punch. So, I mean, I called him not going for Encore, though.
You did.
Which is kind of nice. Do I get the Shadow Claw Rest Talk? Shadow Claw will do a lot of damage. If he's not Fizz Def, it'll do like at least a lot. Nah, I rolled the rest. That's fine. Rest in peace.
Dude. Dude, I really hate Rest Talk sets, man. But I mean, that's like... You know what happened last time he played me as well. I just got scarred by Gyarados back in, I think, the GBA as well. Like, I understand the thought process behind the set. It's really good. In my opinion, it's actually... It can potentially 6-0 my team if it gets set up quickly. Me Thunder... It's a lot. I believe it. You know what I feel like happened in Mox Envy? I feel like you didn't bring it in on Magma Storm plus Spikes, right? Because, like, I feel like if you... let off with something like this, I probably would have encored it immediately. But like if you started setting up this thing from full HP, it's incredibly hard for me to take down. It's incredibly hard to take down. This wasn't unlucky. It was more odds that he didn't pull it. It's 2 out of 3. He gets rest and bulk up. 1 out of 3, he gets Shadow Claw. But yeah, this set, like I fought rest, but it was never Shadow Claw. I think this was really cool. I fought Chesto rest.
Yeah, so that's a little unfortunate, but at least we didn't power up Rage Fist, I guess. But I would have just sacked it Unsparse and yeah, it would have been fine.
Dude, Ursaluna looks so funny sleeping. It's on my website, Creative. You can use it whenever you want. pokeaimMD.com.
I think any kind of damage on Annihilate would be good for
Strike twice because I zapped those.
setting up with Scream Tail. Just means we have to set up less to knock it out, right?
Yeah.
It does have Stone Edge though, which is pretty interesting. But I don't know. I don't think I'm faster than him. I don't think I'm faster, but I'm just gonna bluff that I'm faster and make him switch out.
Get freaking bluffed.
Yeah, he was definitely scared of this mon.
But I use this for positioning, right?
Like no switch-ins for this month.
You know what? Now that I think about this versus Envy, I mean, I have Lunar Dance, so I wasn't that worried. But versus Envy, this could have been crazy because Envy staring death in the eye. He could have just clicked Thunderwave. He did it 7 times. It's really funny, Echo, because I feel like you had the same conversation with me when he was using the Grim Snarl and didn't click Spirit Break, and that was years ago. I mean, I had Lunar Dance, which is why I was willing to risk it. But yeah. Hey, no worries, fam. Big Pedro as well.
Come on, so nice close combat. This mon is tough. Like, against my whole draft too. Like, I was looking at my draft and Lycanroc is a huge.
I don't get a trophy.
Then after like a lot of changes, I don't think I kept anything guaranteed to destroy it. So
nah, I would not change anything on my team.
We'll have to see what
I'm
happens.
happy that Envy took Meowscarada out of Blizzard Saluna. They did him good. And I love my team. Every Mel on my team helped me out in a game at least once.
Decides to go for the Stone Edge. Does hit his Stone Edge. Okay.
All right, then you better the Scarf Hoopa.
Now is an interesting turn. We have 2 options, I think. First option is to go Hoopa, Terra Ghost Shadow Ball, and start punching some holes since Hisui and Samurot's gone.
Oh, yeah, Fins.
Second option is going Meowscarada and clicking Knockoff.
Thank you, Paxes.
From 178 HP, a Life Orb Lycanroc can't knock me out with a Celerock if it's Jolly Nature. And yeah, we're pretty out of range of that. But it's good to have Sucker Punch for the late game, especially versus Hisui and Electrode, which is going to be faster than Hoopa. I feel like maybe going Hoopa, because Hoopa lives a Celerock too. Hoopa does live a Celerock.
No, that was funny. It's he's just playing around there. What's up? Is it looking bad?
The door is like.
The door is leaking now?
No, not the door is leaking, but like it's leaking like off the door.
Okay.
So it's like sliding down, and it's like kind of like creating like those little bubbles.
On the actual door?
This is like water.
Should I put something on top of the door, maybe?
Look, so you see like the little bubbles right there.
Yeah.
I guess I got it just in case.
Should I put something on the door?
It's not gonna stop.
Like tape over the top part? All right. Then we'll go. I'll call him in the morning and see what's up.
I'm not gonna have to.
Hopefully. I'll figure it out though.
You need water.
I'm good. Thank you, babe. I'll take out the thing in a bit. Okay. Love you too. What'd you say?
I didn't say love you.
Well, I love you too. It doesn't matter if you love me. I love you too.
I didn't say.
I wasn't asking if you love me. I'm saying I love you too.
But I didn't.
All right, more than I love you one. What up, Dice?
Okay.
Love you. That's what I thought. I love you. I'll see you in a bit. All right, let's get it, guys.
Don't get cocky now.
You're right. I should not get cocky. She'll hurt me. This is a cry for help. Let's get it.
So now let's see. Actually, wait a second.
My MVP, I think, was either Annihilate or Lycanroc.
Does Lycanroc get a Sucker Punch? Oh, shoot. I was thinking of Celerock, but it may get Sucker Punch.
It does.
I don't want to psych myself out or anything, but if it has Sucker Punch, that actually could be really bad. Oh, shoot. I just realized this now. I'm like, okay, Celerock is the only priority, but I think it does get Sucker Punch, potentially. I could double the Meow, predicting him to switch out, but then I just took damage on Hoopa for no reason.
16,
If he switches out, it's like, I might as well just stay in
Last
the attack,
is
right?
great.
Might as well. Because, like, I could double to Meow. Whatever.
No worries, Pants.
I think I'm just going to Terra Shadow Ball.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna commit. I'm gonna commit to my
Scarf
play.
was a really good bring.
Might as well. Then he switches. Nice. Okay, so it's not Sucker Punch. That's good. Or he might expect Terra Fairy. Goes into Heatran.
Yeah, get away from that, Pants.
And
Come
now
here.
for the first time this season, I'd like to present to you all Terra Ghost.
If this was a
Hoopa.
Spadef drop, it would have been very
Not Terra
scary.
Fairy. Looks so cool.
Yeah, it was me.
See how much damage this does. Does a lot. Do we get a Spadef drop at least? No, we don't, but
How'd you know it was Scarf
if
almost
Heatran
immediately?
gets
He brought that thing out on a Life Orb Lycanroc after Spikes and Stealth Rock. It had to be Scarf. There is no set that will live an Adamant Stone Edge otherwise. Yeah, that did a lot. And I'm really Spadef too. But after leftovers, it was basically, yeah, Spadef drop there would have been scary, for sure. Gonna say love you too. All right, Alex, do your thing, bro. I think Annihilate came every single game, yeah.
Paralyzed here, I think Hoopa actually can just potentially win the game, right? Because he'd have to go Electrode, Volt Switch out, stack something, go back Electrode.
You're a demon for going for the para here. But then again, you don't know my set. You don't. But I do have Magma Storm. You think I can miss? Earth Power won't do much. It does put you in range of Earth Power, Celerock if I hit you with Earth Power, though. But you're a demon for going for this. Heavy Slam was a day before change as well. That's where I started winning mocks because I had Heavy Slam.
Volt Switch out, stack something else. Because if we literally get a para here, I think we can actually win the game if we get a para here, potentially. So close. So close. He has Heavy Slam. Oh, no. Oh, no. He broke through and went for Heavy Slam. That's actually
so I broke through. I broke through 3 out of 4, which is 75%, and para is 25%. So I got standard odds there.
Which is sub CM. That's such good prep. I would never have been able to set up.
Yeah, it literally had to be a bluff or it was just Scarf. That's literally it. That, like, I think there was only one.
At all then. Wow.
Oh, he likes the Heavy Slam prep. Thank you, bud.
I'm upset that he broke through that, though. I'm a little upset that he broke through that. I thought he was going to get a little fortune at least for the paralysis, right? At least a little, but no. No fortune at all. Like, I guess I could have switched out of Hoopa, but then...
The thing is, if you switch out, you're in the Celerock range. So, like, I like this play for me.
I'd have to come back in for rocks and stuff. I thought this would be the play, but...
No, I get it.
Taken much from Magma. So
I get it. I think that was the play, too, honestly. Because if you go Ursaluna, you take the hazards. I think it was the play regardless, right? If I hit you Earth Power, it's the same crap. For that turn, I got so sad Emily didn't bring Focus Blast on Hoopa. Yeah. Though I don't think you would Focus Blast into Lycanroc specifically. I think you'd always Shadow Ball that turn. Lycanroc's too much of a threat.
Magma Storm could have missed too. But now he gets to go Lycanroc and Revenge. A little unfortunate.
Hoopa looks so cool with the ghosts.
Yeah, I can't switch out at this point because of hazards. Hazards are so annoying versus myself. For this one in particular, I don't have defog on my entire draft.
That's 2 for Lycanroc.
But I think that's because all the best ones were taken. There's also a Define and Annihilate on the field still. So here, I think we have to go into... I think we always have to go Meow. Right? I think we always have to go Meow. Because if we go into Scream Tail and try to set him now, he could Stone Edge. He might even crit me, and then he'll Celerock right after. I think it's going to be a 2KO anyways. So, I'm going to go Meow. I'll be able to live this hit. I can get a big knockoff going.
Well, the reason I set up more hazards than all my opponents is because I had Samurai. So I'm attacking while doing it. You see my team. My team is nothing but threats. So if you set up hazards versus me, you're basically sacking them on, which is what my thought process was. My MVP poke, it was... So based on score, it's either Annihilate or Lycanroc. But based on preference, I think it was Heatran in the last few.
His only remaining mons are this Lycanroc, Hisuian Electrode, Cress, and...
For the whole season, it was either Annihilate or Lycanroc. Because Lycanroc got 4 kills in this game. So that might have buffed it up past Annihilate. Annihilate would be at 9 kills, I believe. Yeah, this is a great season. I will say here, so that I win Electro because I guarantee live knockoff into Sucker Punch with Terra Fairy. He cannot kill me unless he's adamant, which he's not. And also, you don't bring it in on Lycanroc if you don't do that. But... yeah, I mean, obviously I have Static as well, 30%. I'm going to do the exact same thing as him, throw in my Electro type with Static. But I also, because of my HP and defense investment, I live guaranteed knockoff into Sucker Punch with Terra. Always, always, always. Okay, guaranteed is a really bad thing because there's a 4% chance he crits me on both turns. So it's not guaranteed, but yeah.
And Annihilate, all of which probably don't appreciate knockoffs that well. If we knock off Annihilate
either that plane or like a Celerock from
Lycanroc.
Very
high possibility of being staticked.
No, I was seed. I was seed 2.
A knockoff into Sucker Punch should knock out.
I think it might have been
Electrode. Crest getting knocked off is always nice too.
It was Dark
Echo. What he goes into.
I think
it's gonna be, I think, the Electrode, right? So we're gonna knock off and figure out what item this was and why its Volt Switch did a little bit more than it should have to my thing. Oh no, the static. Oh no.
That's why I played it.
It should be in range of Sucker Punch, though, I think.
So, like, again, if he stays in this turn, which, I mean, look at his team. Look at his team and look at Electrode. From this position, you basically have to stay in if I'm Terra Ice. Obviously, if MV switched out after, if he didn't get para and he ended up switching out, because I think he'd go for Sucker Punch from this position. But if he didn't get parried and ended up switching out, Electro could technically just get a kill with Volt Switch. And I'm still out of range of Sucker Punch as long as I bring it in. Meow can just get a kill, but it'll be trade for trade until I get an Electrode. Electrode overwhelms from that position. My final record for the year was...
Oh, that's so annoying.
I went 6-2 in regular season.
He got what I was trying to get versus him, I guess, with my Zapdos. The static.
No, we picked what Terra types we wanted.
Folks, you know?
He does Sucker. But
it is what it is.
Again, my EV spread meant I was at 85 HP. He could only do 77 max with Sucker, but he could crit. So this para that happens right here is super rad. Probably not fleeting. This para super mattered if he got the crit. Like, I'm not going to take it away from him, because if he gets a crit this turn, it obviously can change things. So it doesn't matter. No, we just picked the best Terras we could possibly think.
Sucker Punch, I think, should knock it out from this range, though. Knockoff did so much. Like, you saw how much Knockoff did?
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to do Ironmon tomorrow.
Terra Fairy? Oh, shoot. Okay, but I'm pretty sure Sucker knocks it out from this range. Like,
nah.
You saw how much Knockoff did? And this is still a stab Sucker Punch.
It doesn't.
Never mind.
It didn't either way. 4% of the time it did,
I don't know if it would have knocked it out or not, but I think it might have. I'm pretty sure it might have. Because that knockoff did a lot.
Yeah, but that's
even if it's resisted. If it's resisted, no knockoff.
No,
that mon.
It looks super close, but like, yeah, my set had more than some bulk, bro. Let me see if I still have my set. I think my set had like 180 EVs in bulk. Paldea Dex Draft. You see how I titled it Druby 1 just in case I accidentally showed it off? Yeah, dude. 180 EVs in bulk. 152 and then 32. Yeah, I was at 85. He couldn't kill me. He literally couldn't kill me from there. With Terra Fairy. Like, it was EV to take an Adamant Quacklevo's close combat. Lives knockoff from Meow. And it gives me 2 chances to do that. Obviously, if you're Adamant on Meow, it makes a difference, but you're Jolly. But obviously, like, right here, you don't know at all.
Electrode was below 25%, right? Oh, no, it wasn't. It was, like, below something.
Yeah, it wasn't below 25. If it was at 25 or if it was at 25 or lower, it would kill. Some of the time, because you do like 21 to 25%. Freaking Screamtail's so freaking big.
Opportunity to set up with Screamtail.
Why is it so big? God. Come on, go.
Bull switches out. Okay.
What up, David?
Goes into Annihilate.
This was a fire double calm mine, by the way. Very fire
play though.
Yeah, very fire double calm.
Fire play.
I love how you said want to see a fire play.
Would be to comment up again.
Expecting me not to encore.
Because I think he is not going to click encore here, and he's probably going to go for the Rage Fist, which I do live. I do, of course, live that.
We're in sync.
Ooh, this would be interesting. This would be very interesting, though. Because I'm pretty sure I can comment up again and then knock out the Annihilate with Store Power. I have Special Attack Investment on my set. I don't think he's going to encore here. Let's comment up again. I think is the play.
Yeah, you have to make the play from this position anyway. It was a really good play.
And I'm going to live this Rage Fist, so... Because it's unboosted. There's the Rage Fist. Yup, perfect.
I have no idea how much Celerock does, but
Very
it
nice.
feels like that's in range. So
Now
this is where my EV spread versus MV's EV spread came into play too. The max he could do with stored power afterwards, obviously I don't know it during the time, but the max he could do is 98%. That's the max he could do to my Annihilate. So it was crazy that the EVs, that we didn't, well, obviously we didn't know each other's stuff, but it's crazy that the EVs just came that clutch.
Stored power here. No, it barely lived. Come on.
And like
this thing is bulky. Come on.
The crazy thing is, bro, like you could say barely lived, but like a barely lived feels like 1%, right? Like that, I chewed that, dude. I lived it after rocks.
So, there's the Rage Fist.
It was wild.
Yep,
Ape living this is dumb. Ape is really crazy.
Very nice.
Ape is crazy, bro. That was not Chinese. That was calculated.
No, it barely lived. Come on.
Oh, shoot. You know what I'm remembering? I actually changed my Ape EVs the morning that we played. because I was still debating between Ice Punch with the punching glove plus Stone Edge. Like that morning at 7 a.m. I changed it. Originally I had less special bulk and my freaking luck came into play. Yep. I'm so serious, bro. Let me look at what I said with Dylan real quick. I changed it Ape's EVs because Ape's EVs were the only one I wasn't confident on. Yeah, we literally changed it. Initially I had less special defense, but because I wasn't using it to bring it in on so my original EV spread was 200 HP, 96 special defense, and then that morning, because I decided on Psychic Thunderwave Crest, the Ape ended up being, what's it called? 200 HP EVs, 144 special defense. So it's literally like, if I didn't change it, that killed. But that's also something like that night I had played a couple mocks with Dylan and Tone and them, and I was like, yo, I want to, should I change Ape? Should we make it bulkier? And we wanted to live Zapdos' Hurricane after like a round of rocks plus spikes. Well, it probably killed if the Rage boost from Shadow Claw. Oh yeah, it definitely lived. It definitely killed. It had Punching Glove boost too and Attack Beast.
Keith, come on. Why did it have to live? You know, if it didn't live, then I'm pretty sure I'd be out of range of. I think I'd be out of range of a Celerock, right? I feel like I might have been. Oh yeah, like that's, no. So if I'm slower, I probably have to T-Wave, right? Because the Rage is going to be doing
okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. I was like,
not even running as much speed on Zapdos. Like I thought he'd be faster for sure, but I guess he lived that. So yeah, that's annoying. So yeah, Rage
I used bulk up once. I think I used bulk up taunt once. I mainly used bulk up chest arrest though. It would have died. It wouldn't. I don't think I would have been in range. I wouldn't have been in range of the first Combine Paxes. Ape is a goat.
Just doing a lot.
Ape is
I have to get myself healthy and pray to get there so that I can potentially dodge Lycanroc. Potentially I can dodge Lycanroc and
Ape is a damn goat, bro.
I feel like there was if certain things went our way, I think we actually could have won this game. I don't think we can win it now because of Lycanroc in the back.
Chia was allowed. Mephisto had it.
Like the turn with Hoopa was pivotal. The turn with Screamtail was pivotal. He Drain Punches here.
Dude, this discharge not killing was insane.
Yeah, I think we just knocked this out now, right?
Ape was definitely better than
1%. Okay, sure.
Bro, this discharge was insane.
It's fine. I accept defeat. I accept the defeat. That's crazy, though.
I not know Chinese, bro. These were calculated. I have a page of
if we knocked out Annihilate
of calcs, bro.
With Screamtail, we probably potentially won, right? Maybe, I don't know. It's tough to say. I think also Hoopa.
Maybe I did live on. Yo, I did live on.
If pair on the Hoopa. No, but that's just me. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm asking for too much. Other than a pair here and there. Stone Edge he hits. He actually has hit all of his Stone Edges.
Yep,
so
I knew it.
Magma Storm, he only missed one, but that was versus Ursulina, which would have lived in rest anyways.
Let me see if I got the page. I'll find that page right now. What the hell is adding us? Did we just get a shadow in the PPL Discord? Let me see. I'll put it in the PokePaste. That way you can see it. But it's called Timid Kane at 94. And yeah, that was all the calcs. That's why we changed it. Nah, I wouldn't have Echo. We can run the calcs after though. But like we literally changed it. Sorry. Thank you, Ha Honcho.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna have close combat as well. Tough. And that will be good game at aim, I think. Yep, good game at aim. Good game at aim. All right. This was way tougher of a matchup than I anticipated. Did not feel in control in this game as much. I felt that he had control of me. And the 6 that he brought, I think, were pretty extremely difficult to play around. I struggled in this match for sure. Like, this game, I definitely struggled. I think that it was just tough to pilot around the 6 that he brought.
Bro, I told you, Envy, bro. Like, I literally lost every mock for damn near every mock. I think I won 1 or 2 for every day until Wednesday, the day before we were playing. Like, literally the day before we were playing. I literally lost every mock until I made some changes. Like, legitimately, it was crazy.
Like, I think if one of the pairs went our way, it could have been a different game. But
for sure. So if the Heatran pair up happens, what I have to do is I have to go Electrode and Volt Switch, get the chip, and then sack Crest, and then play the end game without Lunar Dance in the back. That's basically how I would have tried to do that. Would say GG, but bro brought Paraspam to a final. Both of us brought Paraspam to a final. I mean, actually, you can argue that Envy did it more. He has Glare, Static, and Thunderwave. I just have Thunderwave and Static. If Envy clicked Glare more, he won. That move had 2 PP left.
Also feel his prep was probably much better than mine. Like, I've played Joey numerous times. Inside Draft League, outside of Draft League. I've beaten him. He's beaten me.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell y'all straight up, if this was best of 3, Envy beat me. If this was a best of 3, Envy beat me. For sure. I was not confident in any other team. If this was a best of 3, Envy would for sure have beaten me in this league. That's 100%. I'm very glad draft isn't best of 3. I don't think finals. I don't think any of it should be best of 3, even if luck is involved. Like, if you have a bad matchup, you gotta pray for the best.
These times I felt really comfortable in each of the matchups. Right, I've been able to destroy him before. He's been able to send me packing as well. But yeah, I think this was the first time that I felt my hands were pretty tied in this matchup, like with what he brought. And of course, him breaking through paralysis and not getting fortune. I mean, I can't, of course, be like, oh, if I got fortune, I could have won this game. Anyone could win the game with fortune. But I do feel like
literally what I do, bro. I'm going to tell you, dude, also, the night before, I was freaking stressing. I was like, no, dude, he's going to bring Coil, Dragon Tail, Terra Fairy to Dunsparce with Terra Blast and cook me. And then that morning, I woke up and was like, what am I doing? He can't even Terra Fairy. When do you think you'd do the next draft league? After DLC, 3 weeks. He'll start after DLC. We already have graphics made. All we have to do is
out of my team for the final.
Sorry, all we have to do is do the tiers, but we got to do that when the Pokemon come out.
Match, and I think that's mainly due to the fact that he prepped really well and he brought the right mons. And I think his team was just his overall draft was just good into mine. I mean, you could argue that my draft was good into his as well, but you could see the 6 that I brought and the 6 that he brought, and you let me know. If you could pilot it better with the 6 that I brought, but maybe I could have switched it up.
I was terrified of it.
The change that I wanted to make was to bring Fling Big Nugget Quackable. That's the video I just did, but
that would have been fire.
I hadn't tested enough to feel comfortable. And he had
end of September,
Quackable.
Most likely early October.
Cresselia was a huge.
We might start drafting end of September.
Swords Dance boosted a Big Nugget Fling, and it could have been Colbert. It could have been Rocky Helmet as well. Super annoying. I mean, he had like a lot.
Live
of
draft was too much, dude. We did that before. It took 12 hours.
I'm even surprised he didn't bring Galarian Slowbro after the first time, but I guess it's kind of like a the Dunsparce thing, right? Where I 6 over the Dunsparce, and then he was over prepping for the Dunsparce. I didn't over prep for Galarian Slowbro, but like I definitely anticipated that mon to make an appearance. It would have been difficult for Quackable to break through a lot of stuff.
I mean, I think Glare Headbutt would have been worse versus my team, to be completely honest. But yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good month. October's gonna be a good month. DLC is gonna be good. Please subscribe to Envy, guys, as well. Like, y'all should definitely sub to Envy. Fantastic content, worth it.
On his team, so that's why I swapped for Ursaluna, where Ursaluna was like, the first Pokemon that I picked up for the draft. I had to bring it for the finals. I just had to. But yeah, he definitely outperformed me this game in particular. I'm okay with second place versus Joey, of all people. Like, if I lost in quarterfinals, I'd have been low-key pretty pissed. Semifinals, I'd have been like, whatever, I guess. Top 4 is fine. Finals is like, okay, I'm literally top 2. I have all the videos for the entire series of playoffs.
Yep, that's what matters. Content.
It would have been nice to eventually win the whole thing after so long, but at this point, it feels like I'm literally playing roulette because, anyone can bring anything. When it comes down to your opponent not bringing the right 6 months or bringing the right 6 months, it's tough. I think that Joey brought the right 6 months, or maybe I brought the wrong 6 months. It could have been that. I do believe, though, that this is Joey's first Draft League win in the last 8 or 9 years. I think
it's been a long time.
Those UCL guys, I feel like many of them were genuinely bad at mons, right? Not to be mean or anything, but or am I just tripping?
Hey, man.
Like, it may not be as much of a win to brag about.
Look, bro, I made it to finals of the APA and the Kale lower tier one as well. Come on, man. I've been in finals at least twice. At least twice. I made it to finals of APA, and I made it to finals of the lower tier draft league. What was that? Hey, later, Leonardo. It was 2016. He's right. It was 2016. What the hell was the other one? I forgot. It was it started with a P as well. I'm about to look this up. No, it wasn't Little Cup. No, it wasn't Lucille Little Cup. I had a Rose Raid, Incineroar, Seismitoad. My team was Hariyama. My team was broken. P4G. Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a P4G. I got to finals of that as well. I got to the finals, and I was 14-1 in finals. Yeah, I made it to the finals 14-1. Then I played Leo and he hacked me. I dropped one game that season. Also, I freaking played 15 games? What the hell? No, I played 16 games. Yeah, we're never doing that again, MV. I'm only doing 12 or 14. 16 games? I did lose in semis of the BBR, correct? Think we'll ever get a YouTube Little Cup league again? I don't think so. Some of these leagues were crazy. We were doing these games for 3-4 months, dude. What? Why does it say 14-1 on my record?
But this one, for him, this win is very solid.
That's damn half a school year.
I do want to note that winning this wouldn't have been my first draft league win. I actually have won another draft league before. I started doing draft on YouTube like 7 years ago, sooner than Joey's last win. And actually, I might even make a video showing off replays of
Hey, man, you never won on YouTube.
If you want to take a trip back through memory lane with me, watch my old draft league win. Let me know if you want to
I did play every team.
Now, there are two big shout-outs I want to give. Firstly, to Joey, of course. We helped each other test and prep, but we didn't really get to do that much for the playoffs since I had to fight Mephisto for semis. A neutral party since he's both of our friends, and Joey himself for finals. But all throughout the regular season and quarterfinals, he made time to help me, of course. So I
always got your back, brother.
Friends. Please do subscribe to him if you're not already.
Got your back.
Go watch his side. And, you know, we're getting pretty close to him reaching a channel member goal where we're going to be doing Cooking with Envy, a stream at my place.
Yeah, I hear him. So we lost a few members. We're about 245 away, but at 1,500, we're doing Cooking with Envy.
Days there was a very old stream Cooking with Envy. It was a long time ago, and we're gonna bring it back again if he hits that member goal, which is pretty close. So yeah, go subscribe to him, go support him as well. And secondly, I want to shout out my buddy Emil. He was in the last league that we were a part of.
Big shout to Emil.
He's been helping both myself and Joey in our draft games, and he chose to help me for the finals instead of Joey, since Joey
Thank you, Alexis.
Of other people helping him at his disposal. Good guy who invested a lot of time in helping me test. So definitely subscribe to him as well.
Yeah,
I
Zach,
include
you got
a
this.
segment at the end here to recap this.
I'm going to stay with the LA Wakers.
Overall, I think this was easily one of my stronger draft teams. I feel pretty comfortable in...
Call me. If you want to get into a showdown draft, join the PPL Discord in the description. And they have a room like where people plug it. You just ask there. I have no idea what the meal plan is, to be honest. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you. Much love. I'm excited, Envy, for Cooking with Envy, dude. We're going to hit 1,500 one of these days. Maybe next month, hopefully. Maybe next year, but we're going to hit Cooking with Envy. And then we're going to cook with Envy. And me. It's going to be a good time. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm tired as hell. Taking even 1 week breaks for streams because of a lot of subs to be lost. I think Ludwig did 2 week break and lost like 5K subs. Well, I had a bachelor party weekend, so... What are you doing during draft off season? Preparing the tiers for the DLC and then drafting. There's off season's only gonna be about a month. It's literally just gonna be a month. Fucking wake.
Team building for most of the season, perhaps apart from the finals match because you know Joey's team felt quite good into mine. Our draft was really well rounded. It had a ton of versatility, which I think is the key to doing well in draft leagues.
It's gonna be a good time.
Can have like at least like 10 different sets.
Yeah, fans, we're gonna try the Ironman challenge. We're gonna try and beat it.
Yeah, Terra Captains, the Dunspars, and Hoopa. hands down some of my favorite Pokemon I've ever used in a draft.
Maybe Maverick. We have a
and
council
I was the one who
already.
actually gave this league the idea to use lower tier Terras instead of higher tier Terra monsters, and I'm glad that it got implemented because draft has never felt more refreshing to see.
No, Maverick. You want low kicks to still be able to Terra. You're crazy. No, not Ironmon now. I'm going to do Ironmon tomorrow. We're going to do a lot of Ironmon because draft is over.
The Dunsparce was my kill.
Not changing Mon all season, and every single Mon was good. Is there a Fallen Type episode coming out today, by the way, you think? It should be. Boner was away on vacation, so.
Leader.
He should be able to.
It's crazy to say out loud, but it's true. That Mon got the most knockouts on my draft for the entire season. Just to highlight some of the most enjoyable Pokemon from the season, my favorite sets that I brought, literally every single Dunsparce set ever. Coil, Dragon Tail, and then the Scarf Terra Normal in particular were a special kind of evil. Also, the Chinese AV Hoopa sets were so much fun to use. Absolutely love my mascot. Quacklevolt was nothing special, but somehow always ended up doing
being
most
the GOAT,
things
bro,
for us in a few of our matchups. And then Ursaluna I felt was kind of underwhelming as my first pick. I think in draft, the AV sets are the best way to run it. Maybe bulk up set in the right circumstances, but in all my mocks, offensive variant with Flame Orb was really not as effective as you'd think, since preparation by the opponent is Draft League, right? Draft League, people can prep. The preparation by the opponent would often cause it to severely underperform offensively. So I think capitalizing on its defensive sets, in my opinion, is the best way to run Ursaluna. Other than that, special mentions to Screamtail and Meowscarada. Both of those mons were an
Quavo is good, dude.
well. And,
if I had to get a spinner, I'd get Quavo.
Memorable mons of the season.
Have everybody stay quiet.
In terms of specific matches, also Zapdos. Zapdos is really good. I would definitely draft Zapdos again. That mon, static and stuff like that, really, really good mon.
You know what's funny, MV? I think we both started doing the same thing by the end, right? We both started bringing like our static / flame body mons towards the end, where I think we should have been doing that most of the season. Because I was actually talking with Zazo, and he was like, I think MV should have been using Zapdos more. Obviously, it didn't matter because he still did great. But like, and I was thinking about it as well, like, maybe we should have. Because like, my Heatran was literally like my MVP for the last 4 or 5 weeks. Legitimately. Iron Chest was a GOAT, you're right. Who do you think is your overall season MVP? I gotta say Heatran. Heatran's like the reason I won. It's either Heatran or Electrode. Like, they're literally both. And like, it might just be Lycanroc, to be honest. Lycanroc was always reliable, always picked off Pokemon.
Yeah, in terms of like the matches though, I feel like we had some of the most entertaining games this season, right? Favorite games that I played that I found the most entertaining were Coil Dunsparce, 6-0 sweep, Quackville sweep, versus Drew, who didn't bring the Sun team that one time, getting 11-0'd by Final Gambit. I lost that game versus Joey, but come on, that was like a super entertaining game, wasn't it? Semifinals game versus Mephisto, which was really solid. Really, really solid. I think one of my favorite games this season. And then maybe also the game versus Shuckle King, where I think it was really down to the wire. And
that was a good game. That was a really good game.
So those are my most favorite games of this season. And that concludes my, I guess, brief.
Yeah, Delphox would have been the GOAT too. But I mean, Delphox was the GOAT either way.
We have all the players for it and the league name as well. I'm not going to spoil it or anything like that just yet, but you'll be seeing some announcements eventually in the near future. We have all the stuff getting ready behind the scenes, and expect the next Draft League to drop maybe in about a month. Yep. Maybe even less than a month. It's gonna reflect the DLC drop.
Someone gotta draw me with my team in the PPL trophy. That'd be great. If anybody watching this does it, that'd be sick. My team and holding a PPL trophy. That'd be fire. Be fire. I don't know, people just draft like with friends and my team was broken. Most Mons Meowstic is crazy. Which one are you hoping to get back the most next draft? I'm gonna try my best not to do repeats unless I seriously need to. But I mean, I really like Lycanroc. That one was a great.
Being revealed on that too, so I'm pretty excited. We'll
get fired too, MV.
Some new lower tier Terra captains. Definitely, lower tier Terra is going to be the standard for all the draft leagues that I'm part of, at least.
Facts.
Joey and I are going to make sure that lower tier Terra captains is what it's going to be.
Facts.
I think that's the most fun way to play draft, is to have Terra captains being lower tiers, because it just, first of all, it balances out the draft. Second of all, it makes these underrated mons shine.
Not sure yet, me.
Feel free to suggest any.
Como wouldn't be able to Terra, so I think it's okay.
Draft League. And definitely, please do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss out on the amazing content coming up. With that being said, thank you all very much for the support.
Yeah, I know, creative. I got the finals
on the win, and congratulations to me for second place. I'll take
we'll
second
see,
place. It's fine.
We'll see.
Still a winner. It's been a fantastic season, and so I'll see you all on the next one.
If those leaks are right, they're definitely something to be in. Yeah, that was a great season. Good game to MV, obviously. One of my best friends, and honestly, would not have minded losing there. But really enjoyable season overall. What gen would you consider your prime? X and Y I had the most time, but to be honest, if I put time in, it doesn't really matter, I think. Like, the reason I didn't do a road top 10 this year was because I started draft and I was going to do a road top 10 like while this season started, but I was like, no, I want to win. I want to put in a lot of work. And I put in so many mocks a week, so. A lot of my tournament wins came from Gen 6. Yeah, but Gen 9, I think I hit the most in terms of, not Gen 9, towards the end of Gen 8 is when I hit the most, like, playoffs, top stuff, all that things. Doubles. So right in OST. I was alright in OST. I didn't do it great. The opens and stuff too. No, Road Top 10 definitely not coming out soon. We got a month to the DLC. Road Top 10 probably not coming out till next year. Most likely. Because I'll take a little break from draft. A little break. Do a Road Top 10. Hopefully finish it and then do that. Sorry, I really wanted to watch this live, but I need to watch the PPL final. I'll be back in an hour. Do your thing, Jack. It just takes time. If I don't practice, I'm not gonna be as great at it, right? But once I start practicing, I get good at it. How many episodes of Fallen Titan? We'll probably finish it when DLC comes out. This is kind of like just a filler season of Fallen Titan. I wouldn't like look too into it. And we'll have something big at another time. But appreciate y'all. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you everybody for coming out. And yeah, please subscribe to Envy. Check everything out. Check out the real video if you haven't. Peace, guys. Have a great night.